electric bow. Is one of 4 upgrades which you can get for the bow. I've probably done the best 2 bows, and this is definitely the best one so far, which I've had. It gets you up quite a lot of high rounds, and it's definitely worthwhile doing. So let's get started. So first of all, you need the Wrath of the Ancients bow. So to get this, obviously just fill up the 3 dragon heads. Obviously there's one in the lower courtyard, one in the gravity room, and one also in the room with all the computer screens. Once you've got that, obviously you need to start the quest. It's up to you what bow you do, but once you start one, you can't not do it and start another one. You have to finish the one that you started. So make sure that if you do start a bow, you are going to finish it, because you're stuck if you don't finish it. I would certainly recommend using this bow out of all the ones I've used. It's definitely the most effective, definitely gets you the most kills. So what you do is you come up here to the weather tower, shoot this, it'll spin round and it will start the quest for you. It will drop an arrow here. So what you want to do is pick up the arrow, and then what you want to do is light 3 bonfires across the map. So there's one here, just next to where one of the Wonder Wizards is. So what you do is just come up here, shoot it, and then obviously it lights, so that means you've done that one. And then what you want to do is the next one. This is probably the hardest one to get, which is the next one, which I'm going to do. So what you want to do is come down here. You would clear this debris, because the next step we're going to do after is going to make it so much easier. So here's the other one, just over here. So that one can take a few goes. And then obviously you do need your ammo on your bow for the step, so I suggest not using it to kill zombies. If you do need to kill zombies, obviously use your gun, because you're going to need all the arrows you can get your hands on for this. The next one is, if you go down to the gravity room, you got to teleport to where the rocket is, and that's where the next bonfire is. The good thing with this bow is, although it is an awesome bow, but the good thing about it is it's not actually that hard at all to do. I'd say it's one of the easier bows to do altogether. And considering it's an easy bow to do, it's certainly is worth doing. So the next bonfire is up there. So once you've done that, that's all of the bonfires lit. And then the next thing you need to do is you need to go back to the gravity room. I just need to pick up the shield on the way, so once I've got the shield, we'll do the next step. I'd recommend doing the bows as fast as possible. Well, the upgrade of the bow as fast as possible as well, because obviously the higher the rounds, the harder it gets, which is kind of common sense, that the higher the rounds, the harder it gets, but just try and do it as soon as possible. So what you want to do is come to the gravity room, and then you want to run around the wall, hitting all of these symbols. You'll hear a confirmation every time you do hit one. And then that's a confirmation that you've done them all. That sound there. You need to continue going across the wall, because if you do drop down and hit the floor, it does restart the process, so you have to run around again. After you've done this, what you need to do is come back to where you've lit the bonfires, and then there, nearby, there's these little electric urns. And what you need to do is you need to kill zombies to collect souls to fill them up. So like that, the soul goes in. And you need to do this with all three. There's 3 bonfires. And what this does, so this one's done now. So if you want to know when it's done, it won't collect any more souls, but when you pull the arrow back, it actually puts electric on your bow. What you want to do is come to the bonfire and shoot it, and it will surround the fire in electric. And you need to do that of all 3 urns before we can obviously go on to the next stage. This one again is obviously the hardest one. It's the furthest distance to shoot. But what you need to do, the other urns here, this is probably the hardest one to do. It's in a little tight space. Zombies come from both sides. What I'd recommend is filling this one up, but not actually doing the arrow just yet. But if you do get a space, an opening to be able to do it, then obviously do it, but... How many zombies are left? So there's enough zombies left. What we'll do is we'll go do the other one. So that's 4, that's 6, yeah, there's enough zombies. So what I'm going to do is go do the one now down by the rocket. Because it's the boss around next, so I want to try and get this complete, well, I want to try and get it done before the boss comes. So what you need to do is just go down to, so this is where the next one is, should I say. The next turn, if you teleport or use the Wonder Whiz down here, it's just here. This is the easiest, this is the biggest space, so this is probably the easiest one to do. So again, same process up here, and I missed. You can do this as many times as possible, it doesn't go out and you don't have to repeat. Now I want to try and do this one before the boss comes. There you go. So now all we've got to do is just shoot the arrow at the other one. So this is what I mean, you want to try and get it done before the boss comes. So what I'm going to do now is just go kill the boss and then we'll do the last one. It's quite hard to do the bow when he's around. We've got enough ammo to do it anyway, so... It's easy enough to kill as well, if you just come to a death ray and do it that way. Only problem doing a death ray is the part for the gravity spikes in the air, so you can't actually get it. But other than that, he's easy to kill with that. So now all we need to do is just do this last one. Hopefully we'll get it this shot. This is a really difficult one to get. Really far away. And obviously when doing electric it's a little bit of a pain in the arse. So this might take a while. Definitely worth it though. This is really the only one you'll struggle on. Missed again.
What? This Soviet never even went to sniper school.
It's gonna take a few goes to get this. Very fine margin about aiming too high and not aiming high enough, so there we go. So after you've done all 3 bonfires and lit them with the electric, then the next thing you need to do is go back to the weather tower where you obviously started the quest. You'll notice now that this has got electric all around it. This bit here, what you want to do is hold square on this, and it will send the arrow up to the weather bit, and it will bring down a forged arrow, which you then need to pick up. There it is. So you want to hold square on that, pick it up, and then we've only got one part left of the quest to do, which is, it's probably the hardest part. I'd say it's the hardest part, but again, it's not difficult. So what you want to do now is bring the arrow to the gravity room. There's these 4 chests around here. What you want to do is find the one which correlates to the bow that you're doing. If you do want to find out what symbol it is, the symbols are in the bottom right hand corner if you press the select button to bring up your score. So the electric one is the left hand chest. What you want to do is just hold square on that. Once you hold square on that, all you need to do now is kill zombies around here, and it collects souls into the chest. So exactly like you did with the urns, but this one does take a few more zombie souls to obviously complete it. But again, you just want to be wary. It gets quite crowded. As you can see, it does get quite crowded. You just need to do exactly what I'm doing here. Just carry on doing it. Trying to collect as many zombie souls as possible. You do hear like a kind of sound when it's done. No! Oh, Jesus. Like I said, this is the hardest part.
Nikolai is glad of help, wherever it come from. Look but don't touch. That is rule.
So if it is done, what you'll be able to do is come over, but it's not done yet. So it kind of makes like a electric sound once it's done. So what you do is come up to it, hold square, put your bow in, and what that does is it then gives you a new bow which you hold square on. You've got the upgraded bow. This is a really good bow. I'll show you now. What it does is like an electric thing, and what it does, it connects all the zombies together, lifts them up in the air, electrocutes them, and pretty much blows them up. This is pretty much good until about, I'd say, round 35. When it gets around 35, the effect isn't as good, but as you can see here, it does lift them in the air, and it does kill them. So here now, look, it lifts them in the air and it blows them up, so it is really good. What I'll do is I'll get a few of them together and I'll show you exactly how it works. Here we go.
Perhaps this will spark
As you can see,
tail pigs.
lifts them all up and just blows them up. Gives you shitloads of points as well. Yeah, it's a really good bow. It's a shame it went down. I'd prefer to have not gone down. So then I would have kept my percolic and I could have gone a little bit further. But yeah, that's how you get the electric bow. For more videos like this, just subscribe to my channel. Give the video a like rating as well. But other than that, I'll see you guys later.